Greetings, everyone, from Sacramento. The Kings playing host to a Western Conference affair here in the capital of California. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Dallas right now in the middle of a road trip.
And this is a chance for them to go 2-0 against this team. They won that first meeting, and with a 3-game season series, they can clinch a winning record against them here tonight.
And how nice would it be to stick that in your back pocket after just 2 games, guys? I mean, I know they think that's what's going to happen because they played with that kind of confidence in the first meeting. They feel very good about this one.
You know, it's so rare to see a player who really struggles at the free throw line dramatically improve their free throw percentage. But that's exactly what Andre Drummond did last season, taking it from the 30s, how about up into the 60s.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. Inside. Back to Sabonis. And he nails the jumper. And 60% of the free throw line, below average for an NBA player. But for Drummond, it changes everything.
I mean, opposing teams much less likely to use that hack-a-shack method. That keeps him on the floor and, more importantly, allows him to be aggressive offensively and just attack the rim.
And Westbrook, here we go. And stolen by Drummond. Pass to Lillard. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Westbrook. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Sacramento.
If you're a pro, you got to drain that shot. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. The defense left him wide open. Pros make those.
Chris gets the bucket.
And such focus on these difficult finishes. Chris showing tremendous will fighting through the defense.
Here's Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And stolen by Chris. Lillard way outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Hernan Gomez. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Here's Hart. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hart's got his first basket of the night.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Kings leading. Here's Hernan Gomez. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Love the attitude.
Oh. I love that. Yes, indeedy.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Fans can see what a team is doing on the court, but they can't see behind the scenes. Mark, in your experience, what are some of the hallmarks of a team with great locker room chemistry?
Yeah, you know, it varies from team to team. You know, you got various personalities, but I think the one common theme is really a respect for each other and a willingness to sacrifice for each other. That creates an atmosphere for people to be their best. The teams that have good chemistry, there may be friction, there may be drama, but underneath any of that is a real respect for each other and a commitment to sacrificing for each other.
Sacramento moving it around. Again, the miss by the Kings. Pass to Drummond. And Fareed sends it back.
Hey, the terrific instincts and timing that Fareed has, coupled with his reach, that lets him block a lot of shots.
Here's Drummond. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Lynn looking it over. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the block. And Olynyk finishes it off.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
1:03 left in the first quarter. He lobs it up.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Pass to Anunoby. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Anunoby's got his first 2 points of the night.
And the awareness from Lynn, outstanding. A true point guard who really sees the floor well.
Here's Drummond. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Substitution. 19 seconds left in the first.
And with that condor-like wingspan, Bogut says,
Pass to Olynyk. Back to Lynn. Now here's Olynyk to the left side wing. Got it off in time. Andre Drummond has been on display for Dallas. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Grinding away down low, man, just filing them down. Love the bully ball method. Paying off well.
The Kings trailing.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Sacramento able to drain the three. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Here's Adebayo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
And for Sabonis, we all know his father was one of the best when it came to seeing the floor, Greg. As a big man, his passing game was terrific.
And skills like that go a long way in the NBA. Sabonis does all the little things that free up shots for himself and his teammates. Is starting to play with more aggression, and this is a guy that can be an all-star. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Sabonis with the bucket.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Here's Kennard. It's good from long range. Kennard's got 4 this quarter. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
On defense, Dallas.
A big, nimble guy out there. Bogut always been a terrific team defender.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Rondo. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range. He can't get that one. Westbrook with the nice D there.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Here's Adebayo. He has 6. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
It's Powell on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Powell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Yeah, and perimeter shots, though, Greg, not really falling at a good clip here. So I think they may have to back out of that a bit and not settle for those jump shots.
The Mavericks leading. Releases. And the rejection by Monroe.
That was terrific defensive awareness from Monroe, knowing where to be in order to come up with these rejections.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
Dallas moving it around. Kept alive. Here's Burks. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition their part.
Mavericks trailed by 4. Pass to Chris. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And this is where Chris does a considerable amount of damage. Feels comfortable taking those interior shots.
Here's Kennard. That 3 off the mark.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And the Mavericks making a change here. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Sacramento. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. For Sacramento, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
To the paint, and stolen by Chris. Here's Ingles. Finished off the break. Ingles has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Out to the right wing. Tries again. For Sacramento, they have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
He misses the free throw.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
5 on the clock. Here's Lillard. Pass to Hart. Here's Lillard. Shoots over Lynn. Lillard misses.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
A baseline J. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got his first points of the game. Now here's Lynn. Here's Anunoby. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Lillard, right side, over Westbrook. And that one goes long. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Sacramento. Trailing by 2. Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
And so it's Dallas with it. Sabonis grabs the board.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
To the inside. Out left to the wing. Back to Ingles. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Back to Westbrook. Allen, right side. Shoots over Lillard. Allen's shot is off. It's stolen by Allen. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Timeout called by the Kings. Both teams deciding to change it up. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Here's Lynn. The stupendous finish in traffic. Lynn's got his first bucket of the night.
The second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And just enjoy watching Rondo utilize that speed on the drive. Just kind of nice through the defense there and dares you to attack it.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Right wing. Anunoby. And that one's on target from the wing. And it's a 4-point Sacramento lead.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And you can sense that Rondo taking some pride in shredding the D with his passing. Has exceptional vision.
Now here's Lynn. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Over Rondo. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lynn's got the lead up to 4 now for the Kings. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Lynn's got 6 here in this quarter.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
To the middle. Stolen by Fareed. Burks' shot is good.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Here's Kennard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game. An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
You know, that's not how you distribute the ball. It needs to be more focused when making passes like that.
Sacramento leading by 3. Here's Fareed. And a wide open look for Lynn. They shoot again to the left wing. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
Pass to Rondo. Banked in off the glass.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Some changes for Sacramento. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Sacramento. It's a one-point game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
And Bogut slams it in.
Just a forceful finish there. Bogut has that natural power.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Second free throw, no good.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Here's Allen, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Allen's got 4 this quarter. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Back to Bogut. Powell with it. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Powell's got 10.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Here's Arcidiacono. And the game still closely. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Kings trailing. Johnson over to help. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Sacramento has possession. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Arcidiacono. For 3. Rebounded by Bogut. Pass to Adebayo. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks. Here's Westbrook. Now Mirotic. Now Westbrook. And he gets the bucket. Westbrook's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Kings.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Yeah, keeping things interesting, and that's how we like it as broadcasters. I mean, you feel that one of these teams, though, is going to go on a run quite soon.
The Mavericks trailing. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the officials call a traveling violation.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Guys, some great passing from them.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Let the big dog eat. Love seeing Drummond throw it down like that. Beautiful.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernangomez. That's his first foul. Sabonis with the steal.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
And, you know, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often. An unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Here's Lillard. No good there. Westbrook with the nice D there. And stolen by Lillard. Wasted no time on that one. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
To the paint. And now here's Chris. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Sabonis with the bucket.
Yeah, I like Sabonis' game inside because he's confident and skilled.
Here's Hart. Down low. And Drummond throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And stolen by Drummond. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
That's good from Chris. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
And you can tell Fareed wants to take these shots. Enjoys coming through in huge spots.
You got to give Chris props there. Although he's young, he isn't afraid of the moment. And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
Here's Lynn, following the score by Dallas. Burks can't get it to go.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And here is Lynn after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go.
Love the attacking mentality. Lynn doing whatever he can to get himself to the line.
First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6. Both free throws good from Lynn.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
And Drummond throws it down.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Outside, Lynn. Count that one. Lynn's got 14 points here in the second half.
Got to respect Lynn because he does not shy away from the moment, and the moment doesn't overwhelm him. He has an uncanny ability to score when the game is on the line.
But they get it back.
Oh, great job there, tracking down the long rebound, and the clock will continue to run.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And, you know, Damian Lillard has such a quick release. Excellent at getting his shot up and over the defense inside.
Lynn's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And he commits the intentional foul. Sacramento making some changes. Now here's Lillard. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for them to come back, in my mind, like Tracy McGrady against the Spurs type of heroics. A lot of points in a little bit of time.
Back to Westbrook. Pass to Mirotic. Back to Westbrook. Here's Allen. The 15-footer. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Back to Mirotic. Goes up again. Misses at the rim. Gets the first. That stretches their lead to 8.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time